Hello again, YouTube. I know it's been a little while since my last video. In the last video, I did like a room tour type of video. So, I'm back in my room and I was looking for other things that I could do a video on. And I figured I might as well, as you can see, show some of my old phones. And technically the phone I'm using now, because I have the box there. So I was just going to show the phones that I have, or smartphones that I'd used in the past. I had two regular phones, like not smartphones, before my first one, but I don't know where those are, so I'm just going to show my smartphones, and I'm just going to go in order from the first one to the one that I'm using now. So first, we have the iPhone 4. This is just the 8 gig model. I got this in April of 2012, so actually pretty late for an iPhone 4, because at that point the 4S was out, and the 5 was about 6 months away, but this was my first smartphone, so, I didn't need, like, anything too advanced then, although I kind of wish I did get the 4S, because it had more storage. Even back then with 8 gigs, that just wasn't enough for software updates after a while. So yeah, this was my first one, and opening up the box, here's the iPhone 4, and here's the box. Nothing else really in it. I just keep it just to have a place to put the phone. And I mean, it's still in pretty good condition. From what I can see, there's not really any cracks on it. The case did get pretty messed up though, so I don't have the case on it because I just have it in here. But yeah, the case was pretty messed up, and I mean, it's hard to see, but there's like a little, I think there's a little scratch maybe on the top, but most of it's fine at all. It still works, I guess. I mean, I don't have the charger to really test it, but it's been off for like a few years, so it probably won't turn on. I probably would need a new battery. But yeah, it still works, and this was my first smartphone, the baby smartphone. It felt so much bigger when I first got it, but now it's so small compared to everything now. It's a 3.5-inch screen. It's 3G. So it's not very fast compared to the stuff now. Headphone jack. Right there. Yeah. But yeah, design-wise, I mean, this phone just looks very sleek. I really miss this design for the iPhone, even though I don't use iPhones anymore. This was a very cool design. Although I think the current 12 and 13 resemble this design a little bit. But yeah, it's, pretty standard iPhone 4. Cool phone. Alright, let's put that back. Alright. So after the iPhone, I decided to switch it up and go to Android, since I used that for a little bit and I wanted to use an Android phone. So in April 2014, 2 years later, I got the Galaxy S4. And similar to the iPhone 4, this one wasn't the most recent Galaxy. I think the S6 wasn't out, but the S5 was. So it wasn't as old as the 4, my iPhone 4 when I got that. This one was about a year old. So here's the Galaxy S4. Actually, let me take the 4 out just so we see it. So I do a size comparison. Yeah, and you can see I did drop this. I didn't have a case on it at the time. It fell out of my pocket. Cracked on the corner, and it goes through the screen. You can see me. Hi. So it... back, I don't know what happened to this case. It's all wet. Unless something got wet in the box, but the box isn't wet. But yeah, this, let me take this case off. It's all dirty anyway. The case is doing its job of making the phone not dirty. Well, actually, this feels a little weird in the back. But yeah, Galaxy S4, a little bigger than the iPhone 4. 16 gigs of storage, which, again, even though it's double, I noticed after a while with software updates, it still really wasn't enough. Although at least with this, I can upgrade the storage. Take off the back. It's not in there now, but there is a micro SD card slot. And also the SIM card slot. I think it's in there. Oh, okay. Anyway, it has a removable battery too, which is pretty cool. So this is the Galaxy S4. Again, a slight upgrade on the iPhone 4. Really just a little more storage, which helped a little bit. 4G, my first 4G phone. First Samsung phone, only Samsung phone I've had so far. That could change. And yeah, this one was just a little better than the 4, but I did have the same issue where after a while it just got very slow. So I needed an upgrade. So in April of 2016, I got the LG G5. And I just crossed off like the name and the phone number on there so I don't see that. But yeah, let's take this out of the box. Doing this one-handed. Let me just put the phone down. Okay. Took that sleeve off, and now there's another box. That opens up here, and you can see the phone right here. And some manuals in there. But anyway, this is the phone. Very sleek design. I do like it a lot. And also on the back, I'm just plugging off some of the numbers. But on the back, I like that it's a matte finish instead of the glossy finish of like the 4 or... Actually, this isn't glossy. This is just like a plastic material that seems to get pretty dirty. But yeah, although the glossy looks nice here, it's a fingerprint magnet, which you don't really want on the phone. So I like that this one isn't glossy on the back. Let's see if I could turn it on. No juice, of course. I figured it's also been off for a while. So this one, this had 32 gigs, so double the 16, plus it has a micro SD card slot, I believe. Oh yeah, it does, but it doesn't. It has a removable battery, but it's not like the Galaxy where you can take the whole thing off. You just take it off on the bottom. You can swap out the battery. I never had to do that because I usually just charge it when it needs to charge, and then it's good for the day. This one was fine for the most part. I actually had it a little longer than the Galaxy and the iPhone. I had this one for about 2.5 years, from April 2016 till December of 2018. So I had it a little longer. I probably could have went even longer, but it had some moments of just, general slowness and just needed to get something a little more recent. But this one was pretty good. Probably the best one of these two. It just, just lasted as long as I needed it to. And I know it doesn't look cracked, because it's not. But actually what happened was in, I believe, summer of 2017, it did actually get cracked. And it was pretty bad compared to like this. This is kind of bad. I mean, I probably should have replaced it, but I never did. I just ended up getting a new phone later on, which is another reason why I upgraded from this to this. But with this, it was still pretty recent when I cracked it. So I had to send it in to get a brand new one, which is this one. So the old one I had to send back after I transferred the data to this. So on this one, I was more careful, never cracked it. And that's where we're at with my current phones. Or with my old phones. The current one I'm actually using to record this video, so I only have the box. I can't show off my current phone because it's recording the video. Maybe I'll put something on the screen to show a picture of it. But anyway, this is the box of my current phone, the V40 ThinQ.